you're going to disappoint yourself because you're setting something that is unachievable for yourself, and therefore you're not going to have the discipline to follow through on it.
This is Folded Curiosity.
Discipline isn't punishment. It's self-respect with a calendar and a backbone.
I think discipline is something that can really help shape us as people, as an individual. People often look at discipline as something that is, I wish I had discipline. Discipline is unachievable or a lofty goal in a lot of people's minds. But I think discipline is something that can be planned and calculated. And some people look at it like you either have it or you don't have it. But I think it is something, is it a decision that you make, and it's a decision you make for yourself. Discipline is achievable for anybody. It can be applied to so many things in our lives. Discipline is something that you lay out for yourself. You lay out a goal, and that goal can be small, it can be big, whatever that is. And then I think working backwards from that goal and setting small goals along the way. It's the only way to eat an elephant, as they say, is one bite at a time. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
So the only way to climb a mountain is one step at a time. So you don't look at the top of the mountain and go, that's unachievable. You look at the next rock that's a few hundred feet ahead, or even the next step in front of you. And so knowing all the steps that you have to take and then working backwards as to, oh, there's that rock way up there, and then the one a little closer and a little closer. And those are little small goals to reach the eventual top. So I think discipline's the same way, is once you can start achieving those small goals and setting those as something that is achievable. Don't set unrealistic goals, because you're going to disappoint yourself and you're not going to have the discipline to follow through on those, and therefore you will say, I do not have discipline. You're setting something that is unachievable for yourself. So I think having discipline means making a plan and executing that plan and holding yourself accountable for that plan. And I said, you don't have to look at the whole calendar. Look till noon, look till 11 o'clock, look till 2 o'clock, look till the end of the day, and then you can start over the next day. So that's how I quantify discipline into small, achievable chunks.
What are some of those, specifically speaking, small achievable goals that people can incorporate into their daily lives to start building discipline?
So I think discipline, it comes down to believing in ourselves. And you begin to gain belief in yourself when you begin to achieve things. It only takes an inkling, a small belief, and just sometimes that can occur through, it may not even be belief at first, it may just be hope or a desire to do something. But if you set something very small for yourself to achieve, and you can achieve that, you get a small amount of dopamine. So when you accomplish that small goal, whatever that is, let's just say I need to keep a cleaner house, right? Something very small and achievable. Okay, well, let's not look at the whole house. Let's just look at something achievable. Let's make the bed. Every day I'm gonna make the bed. It's the first thing I'm gonna do is make the bed. And if that is your goal that you can achieve, when you start accomplishing that goal every day, it's giving you that dopamine hit and that reward of, I can do this. And then you can move outwards from that. All right, I'm gonna make the bed and I'm gonna wash the dishes, or whatever that next step is for yourself. So I think if you begin setting those small little achievements, you begin receiving this reward for each one you do, and you feel good about it. And that's going to make your discipline more palatable and less insurmountable.
What's one discipline that keeps people stuck?
I think the myth about discipline is that you either have it or don't have it. Discipline is perhaps easier for some people than other people, the way that their mind is wired, but that doesn't mean that it's not achievable for everybody. And it doesn't look the same for everybody. the way discipline is executed, in the way you accomplish your goals or whatever it is you're trying to achieve. And discipline doesn't mean that you don't let off the throttle sometimes, because you can't keep the pedal to the metal all the time. You can't keep your foot down all the time, because you're going to reach exhaustion. So I don't think it's either you have it or you don't. I think it is the people who decide that they want it and then begin setting things that are achievable, small little goals, if you will. So discipline is a choice. It is not an executive order that occurred when you were born. For some, obviously it comes easier than others, but that doesn't mean we can't all achieve discipline. Discipline is a decision. It is a decision that you make every single day, and you're holding yourself accountable. No one else is holding you accountable. And I think that is literally the foundations of what I believe discipline is.
How did your definition of discipline change from the military to now?
I don't know if my definition of discipline changed that much from the military to now. In the military, they like to empower you with discipline and having you being self-motivated. However, it is also enforced, so there's consequences for not having discipline. So it's kind of a double-edged sword in that way. A lot of things you do in the military, it does come down to your choice to be doing whatever it is that you are doing. There's a lot of schools in the military that you get to attend, and you are selected to go to these schools, but the schools are voluntary, usually voluntold to go to these schools, but they are, however, voluntary, which means that is your choice to continue or to finish where you are, and you may exit the school without graduating. So in order to stay and continue moving forward in a school which is exceptionally difficult, whatever that school is about, it takes discipline from within yourself. You are choosing on account of upholding a belief that you can do this. You are choosing to do it. No one is telling you you have to be there. So I think, if anything, I garnered that from the military. I garnered that choice, that discipline to choose to stay even when it's hard, because I don't want to let myself down. It's nobody else I'm letting down. It's me at the end of the day. So I think applying that to my life now, in things where I am not accountable to anybody other than myself. And if anything, that is the one thing I've carried forward.
Can you talk specifically about some ways you've incorporated the discipline you've taken from the military into your daily life?
I think discipline is definitely not something I was born with. I was definitely born with something you could categorize as OCD, very organized and very clean, but that wasn't discipline. It was selective. I didn't apply it to all things. So some things were very unorganized. In my daily life, I hold myself accountable for things because I know nobody else will. People don't care if you fail or succeed at something. It's really disappointment in yourself if you're not succeeding at what you had set out, or at least tried. That's my biggest thing, is trying to do something. Even if you fail, that's okay, because you can learn from that. You can learn how not to do something, or you can, along the way, find a better path that you perhaps didn't take. So I think discipline is what gets you to those places. And discipline sets you up to learn. It sets you up for opportunities to experience things that you might not have experienced before if you didn't maintain the path that you were on, even if it was difficult. I try to apply it in my life because I don't want to disappoint myself, and I want to get the most out of this life that I can. And I try to apply it to physical fitness. I try to apply it to diet. I try to apply it to learning things or meeting new people, or to be better at my job, or whatever it is that I try to do. And I'm not always great at it, but I'm always trying. And I want to be accountable, not just to myself, but I want the people around me in my life to hold me accountable for things. And I don't want to let them down.